Good afternoon, parents and students. Thank you for being a part of our graduation ceremony for our criminal justice students and our instructors as well. But I'm Mark Bird. I'm the campus director here for the Northeast Tech Claremore campus. And thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to come help celebrate your wonderful students. So, parents, grandparents, guardians, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This is a big day for us and a big day for your student. And I appreciate the way they walked in, gentlemen. That was fantastic to watch that. Guys, I know that takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to be that determined and to come in and all be in uniform and look so great. So thank you so much for that. And I know you guys have learned a lot this year, and you're going to learn again more your second year. And your second year students are doing great things and moving forward with career paths and direction for you guys. So thank you again so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mr. Jason Petrocelli and Mr. Scott Shamlis, our two instructors. And then also to my right over here, I've got Charles Murphy, who's our student advisor, and then Dr. Angela Durant Tyson, who is our executive director of operations for Northeast Tech. So if we can give them a round of applause, please. And now at this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Murphy and I'll let him award a couple awards, and then we'll move on to our instructors.
All right, I just want to echo Mr. Bird's sentiments. It's really good to see our auditorium full. We knew that this class and our next graduation ceremony at the end were going to be the most popular one, so we really do appreciate you taking time at lunch to come and support your students. So in my role as a student ambassador, I get a chance to work with your students in different capacities, and so we're going to start by talking about perfect attendance. We actually had 5 students across all 7 programs that had perfect attendance, and we had 1 student in this program that attained perfect attendance. That means they were here every day, and that is Mr. Dylan Franklin. All right, and then the second thing that I get to work with your students with is our NTHS, National Technical Honor Society. And so we had several members that were inducted a couple weeks ago, and then we had some second-year returning students that helped assist with that program. So in your programs, parents and significant others, you'll notice if your student is an NTHS member, it's designated with a little asterisk, but I just want to take a second and have those NTHS, National Technical Honor Society students, stand so that we could recognize your hard work. So if you're an NTHS member, if you'll please stand. There you go. Great job. Congratulations. And our first year members, like I said earlier at the assembly, you guys can sit. We'll be utilizing them next year. And then the last part that we have a program at Northeast Tech, which involves student ambassadors. And so we had several criminal justice students that represented Northeast Tech. They also represented their high schools, and they represented their criminal justice program. So the students that we're going to call up were our student ambassadors for this year. They were an integral part with working with me with our sophomore showcase. When I went out to their high schools and did presentations, they helped with those presentations. And then the last icing on the cake was they were featured on a poster. So if I call your student up and they haven't shared that poster with you, just know that they all got a copy of the poster. It was hung in their high schools. And then we do have some copies hanging on the wall. If you haven't seen that, you might want to take a look at it as you exit today. But these were our representatives this year, and we had several from last year, and they got recognized last year. But if I could have Chelsea Woods, Haley Alexander, and Macy Grzinski come forward, those were our 3 student ambassadors this year. All right, so the pregame is over. Now it's time for the main event. Here's your criminal justice instructors.
I don't know where to begin. other than to ask the question, can everybody hear me okay? Can we start there? Everything okay in the back? Wonderful. So I always like to begin with, first off, just mirroring what Mr. Bird said. Thank you for being here to support these students. They have worked very hard this year. The things that you saw here today and the things that you're seeing up on the slideshow, they do not happen absent hard work. And the list of the things that we do in the program is very long, and I'll go over a few of those things with you here in a little bit, but if we tried to go over all of it, we'd need a couple of hours to try to cover pretty much all the work that has been accomplished this year. But first, they don't show up here, and they didn't come to us with the kind of character and work ethic that they have if somebody in their life had not planted those seeds in them to want to have more out of their lives. It takes a lot of bravery for these young men and women to come to a program, apply with, go through an interview with instructors, be asked tough questions, and then show up on day one and as we refer it, death by handbook for a week, going over all the rules of the program and all the way things are supposed to work. And then they all stay for it regardless. And that character began with the friends and family members that are here, those supporters that you have. So students, I would like for you to clap for the people that supported you through this process, please. Thank you. One thing I'd like to point out, we get asked a lot of times, hey, it's a high school program. Why are you taking it so serious? Why are you doing these things? Why are you hard on them? Not real hard on them, but hard enough to know that they showed up for something different. So I wanted to point out something. It might sound a little bit unusual, but I want to tell you where some of our students that graduated last year are at right now. And some of these students, especially our second year students, are on the path for that. So last year's graduates, we have 2 Army combat medics, a campus security for the University of Tulsa, 2 Tulsa County detention officers, a 911 dispatcher, and 2 officers or 2 students going through the collegiate officer program at Rogers State University to get their police certifications. So, exactly. If we know that we're going to have 18-year-olds leaving this program that are possibly going to be at 18 years old having to make life or death decisions or help others make life or death decisions, we have a responsibility to do everything that we can to prepare them for that. Not that all of them are going to go into those kind of jobs. We've got a wide variety of jobs represented here, including attorneys and social workers and everything else. But those safety jobs, we have to do the things that we do to get them prepared for it. And this year, what we know so far, as you'll see with Mr. Ruggles here in his Rogers County uniform, we already have 1 student that's been hired by the Rogers County Sheriff's Department as a detention officer, yes. And then we have another one in the application process that I feel really confident about, not trying to put any pressure on Rogers County, but I feel confident that he's a great candidate for him. We have 4 people in this room right now that are in the Army, and we have 2 that have joined the Marines. So this is, these are important roles that they're taking on. And this time next year, when we do this presentation, I have no doubt that there'll be a long list of other really important job responsibilities that you will be taking on, or maybe some of our seniors in here that are first-year students will be taking on. So please keep that in mind when you think about the program and the work that is going into it, because some of you have students that are going to be returning to us next year, okay? So what do we do? The short list is this. The first year of the program it's kind of a college atmosphere. A few days of the week, we're studying a wide variety of topics that you might take if you were to go down the road and get a college degree, mixed with an environment that would be similar to what you would find in a police academy. So if you can think about all the college courses someone might take, if they were studying criminal justice, introduction to criminal justice, constitutional law, we teach an ethics portion of the class, a communications portion of the class. But on Tuesday and Thursdays, they're in these uniforms and they're learning how to handcuff people. They're learning how to defend themselves. They are learning, how to do traffic stops and building searches and all those things that you might find in any type of police academy, and including learning how to shoot, which we do on a firearm simulator in the program. So, and we have a big fitness component of the program. You see that these are all fitness contests that we went to this year. I'll tell you about that here in a minute. But they are busy, busy, busy. I don't think they come to the class to sit there for 3 hours a day and do nothing. And it's a rare day that we're not just up and moving the entire time. And that's the same with Mr. Petruccelli, with the second-year students. So I would like to point out, I mentioned the fitness contest. We did go to 2 fitness contests this year. One was a regional contest, and one of our main competitors there, and they're all committed to beating these folks next year, right? Right? So it's Tulsa Tech. Tulsa Tech has a program that is twice our size, and we almost edged out in a lot of those categories and beat them, but they just had the numbers to choose from. But with the growth of the program, hopefully the numbers will be in our favor next year. But even with that, our male tug-of-war team and our female tug-of-war team beat every other school in the regional contest. And then we went to the state contest with a dozen other schools, almost 300 students, and we won that one as well. So congratulations to them. Do we have a picture of them pulling the car up the hill?
No.
No, okay.
But don't forget,
Yeah, about
they
to go
beat
there.
the Army too
Yeah,
in tug
yeah,
of war. So
yeah.
it wasn't just the students; they beat the Army
Yeah,
too.
and we
So-
we didn't beat Tulsa County, did we? They lined up too many people. I
No,
think.
but they
So-
had about 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
on
they
that.
did.
Yeah.
So when we competed against the Army National Guard, we beat them as well. So we should have sent them the video, because to train for this, we started out having the entire team pull a police car uphill on campus, and then I realized that was too easy, and we kept reducing the numbers. And when I got down to one student on our team was pulling that police car, that 5,500-pound car, uphill, just one, I knew that there wasn't going to be anybody beat us in those contests. So we should have just sent the film to them and told them to just give up. We had a lot of fun doing that. So anyhow, I guess we need to start introducing people. That's everything I want to do right now. I do want to tell you, we'll start with the first-year students and bring them up. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time talking about each individual students. A few of the students I'll have a little bit to say, but we're going to reserve the more of the talking points for the second-year students about what they're going to be doing, where they're going. But I was remiss. Josiah Long is in here, and we went to state contest. He was the champion. He came in #1 on the mile run. He just left everybody behind. So Josiah, great job, sir. So we have a rank structure in the program. The second-year students held rank, and they still have honorary rank in the program right now, but they've had to hand those reins over to some first-year students. So if you hear me refer to a student, one of these first-year students, as corporal or sergeant or lieutenant in front of their name, that's because that's going to be the rank positions that they hold, and they have different responsibilities in the class. Class is going to be much larger next year, so they will even have more responsibility with that. So as we're calling names out, when you hear that, that's what we were talking about. So ready if you are.
Yep.
Okay. Kemper Bentley. Go. Picture time.
Don't walk in front of us.
Where are you going? Good. All right. Jaden Ballou. Ricky Cheatham. Tatum Edgington. Maria Flores. No, you snuck that picture in there. I turned around and saw myself. It wasn't pretty at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trinity Frank.
Walk past me.
Congratulations. Did you get it? Okay. All right. Dylan Franklin. You have that one. There it is. Victoria Gifford. Corporal Macy Grzinski. Alicia Henning. You take care of it. Aaliyah Jackson, Lieutenant Aaliyah Jackson. Almost said it. Thank you. Lily Johnson. Congratulations. Arabella Layton. Sergeant Lucas Livingston. Probably should point out you got third place on that mile run at state, right? Expecting first out of you next year, right? You said it in front of everybody. Remember that. Alan Lynch. Congratulations. Aubrey Midland. Robert O'Daniel. Made that a lot easier. Corporal Destiny Orff. Sergeant Alina Riggs. Jesse Shand. Speech.
You brought your own fans, huh? I'm talking about.
Kristen Sheets. Lieutenant Jaden Smith. Ethan Spalding. Ethan is going to be going to Marine Corps boot camp this summer. Fun. Caden Thomas. Caden went to boot camp between his junior and senior year, and he'll be going to his AIT training this summer, so wish him luck. Sarita Vang. I'll point out real quick that Andrea Noraya could not be here today, so she chose a trip to Europe over being here. But I wanted to congratulate her as well, if anybody knows her. So I know Mr. Petrocelli's already been introduced, but he was hired this past year to start providing a little bit more one-on-one instruction with the second-year students. As you can see, that would be a handful for just one of us. So. He's going to be taking a lot more responsibility next year because he's going to have a lot more returning students. But it's been a pleasure to have in class and brings a great entertainment factor, but an enormous amount of experience too. So I'm going to turn it over to you. You want to switch?
Yeah, I'll switch places with you. All right. Yeah, so as Mr. Chambliss was saying, I just came on last year. It's my first year teaching. I'm a retired police officer from Aurora, Colorado. So I don't talk like y'all. I've been told I got a weird accent. I don't understand what that means, but I did want to take a second though for being a 25-year street cop. This is National Police Week this week, and I think the memorial is tomorrow. I don't know, is there any law enforcement in the room? If there are, would you please stand up so we can give you a round of applause? Otherwise, okay, then Mr. Chambliss now will just take it. All right, there we go. Thank you. It's a tough job, and it's tough, getting the future spooled up to go into it. So appreciate your service. All right, we're going to move on to the second years, and I'll talk a little bit about each of them. So first up is Haley Alexander. So I think in the first week or the second week, I did 15 years on a SWAT team, which isn't bragging. Actually, it was a lot of brain damage. One of the things was they never called you by your real name. You always got a nickname, right? And the thing was, you didn't get to pick your own nickname. The team picked your nickname. And sometimes you didn't get it for a long time. It took us a little while to land on one for Haley, but hers was Squirrel. She has this amazing ability to change the subject, like really fast too. So, anyways, it's been a pleasure having you in class. There you go.
Congratulations.
A couple other things about Haley, because I have extra time. We were able to get the second-year students into internships this year, and so she was able to do an internship over at Claremore PD in the property section. I'm hoping that helped her. She came back after that whole thing, and she was like, "I think I want to be a police officer." I said, "I think that's great." So she's actually looking into applying for maybe some dispatch positions when she's 18, and working up at the mental health facility up in Veneta as well. She's looking at positions up there. So we were able to kind of narrow down some career choices for Haley. So that's awesome. So anyways, congratulations. It was a pleasure having you in class. Maggie Alsder. So Maggie had already joined the Army National Guard and had gone through boot camp before I had even started class. So that was one good decision made there, I believe. Maggie is quiet. It took a long time to break her shell, but eventually she started to talk to me. I got her over in the jail for about 5 minutes when she was like, "This isn't for me. I don't want to work in a jail." And so I think we're starting to look at maybe some jobs in dispatch while we figure out how to get into college and figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life, right? So hopefully we can get I contact her next year. I'm hoping that she has a job in dispatch by then. So there you go. Congratulations. It's been a pleasure to have you in class. All right. Ethan Sospansky is up next. I forgot to tell them your nickname, Maggie. So Maggie went without a nickname for a long time too, until we actually took our first field trip over to Claremore PD, and the lieutenant over there called her Scooter. It took me by surprise too, but that ended up being her SWAT name. So Ethan Sospansky, there was no doubt in my mind that what Ethan wanted to do when he came in, because he's asked me probably about 1,000 times, when are we going to do more traffic stops? When are we going to do more traffic stops? So he wants to do nothing but work the street as a patrolman. And I'm proud to say, and I'm really proud of him, we were able to get him over on an internship at Chelsea PD for a little while, and then got him over in the Rogers County Jail, where he has an interview here coming up next week. So I'm super proud of him. He actually came in with a pretty good nickname, so we just kind of went with it. It's Spank. So there you go. Pleasure having you in class. No, I don't want to disturb him. So.
Hang on, picture,
We need a picture.
You got to make us both look tall. Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right, up next is Bella de Dios. So the one thing that I really like about Bella is that she usually has a smile on her face. And she has a nice, big, bright, beautiful smile. I'm all about energy givers. I believe there's two types of people in this world. There's people that give you energy, and there's people that suck the life out of you, right? And she's definitely one. When she walks in the room, she gives you energy. Even those days that I would come in and I was a little down, luckily she was in my afternoon class. So after I got done eating lunch and was tired and she would walk in, we'd have a lot of energy in the class. So she always brought that to the table. She has enlisted in the Army National Guard. Is getting ready to ship off to boot camp here pretty soon, right? So that's her future's starting to look pretty bright in that respect. So you did an internship at the prior PD, right? And she got a kind of a unique experience because they actually let her go out and ride on patrol. They went over to the courts. They did all kinds of stuff. They came back and had all kinds of stories. So I'm hoping it was a fruitful experience. So step up here for a picture. Shake your hand. Yes, you can go now. Oh, hers was Daddy-O, wasn't it? Daddy-Os. They called you Daddy-Os. That's right. Daddy-os. Some of them stuck better than others, you know. Ava Hess is next. So Ava's superpower is to basically tell you how it is. There was never any doubt where anybody stood or where I stood with Ava. Ava's going to, which college did you enroll in? OSU. She wants to study law. We were actually able to get her an internship for a good 2.5 months over at the Rogers County DA's office, where she came back with all kinds of cool stories. So she got to see what lawyers actually do out there. Also, one of Ava's gifts is she asked really good questions in class, some that actually made me think and had us actually branch off into some other deeper discussions. So her nickname was Buzz. So that was it. So congratulations. You're welcome. All right. Joshua Hood Manerez. So Josh was my lieutenant when I finally figured out that we had rank and I got here and started to learn what I was doing. So Josh took care of quite a few things for me as far as getting people formed up. If Mr. Chambliss wasn't here and I was running around not knowing what was going on, he kind of let me know what was going on. Josh actually wants to go out and be a marine biologist. There's a connection to criminal justice in there somewhere. I just don't know what it is. So, but yeah, he's headed down to Florida, right? Enlisted in Eckerd College down there to study marine biology. So hopefully we were able to teach you a few leadership traits out here, and we do very appreciate your leadership throughout the school year. So thanks, Josh. Congratulations. His was mayonnaise. I don't know why, but everybody in his class agreed on it. They're like, mayonnaise. And they're like, yeah, we're going to call it mayonnaise. I don't know. Josiah Long. So as Mr. Chambliss had said earlier, Josiah is our runner. So that was his nickname, was Roadrunner. I'm right? We didn't change that, did we?
I think it became like the Flash after the comic, like because he runs fast.
Was it Flash?
Was it Flash at one point? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they changed. Some of them changed. Then we just took them down. But anyways, Josiah's been an absolute treat to have in class. Another very thoughtful young man as far as when it comes to asking questions. When we started talking about the law and some of the current events going on actually in this county and in your hometown, Josiah was always able to spark up some sort of a thoughtful conversation with a good question, and typically one I hadn't thought of. So I really appreciated that in class, especially when you're somebody who's trying to lead a discussion and bring out some points. It was very helpful to have someone like you sitting in class. So congratulations. Thank you. Josiah, actually, I just remembered too. Turn around. Also enlisted in the Army National Guard. He's going into the infantry, carry heavy things and walk long distances. And you go to boot camp here this summer, right?
Yes, I ship off July 1st.
All right. He wants to be an Oklahoma highway patrolman. That's where his heart lies. So probably going to look at a career in dispatch or something like that when he gets back out of boot camp. So, all right, congratulations. Proud of you. Kira Nere. So I don't think I've ever told her this, but Kira's like my sniper in class. You don't really know she's there until somebody in class says something stupid. And then she has this look that goes on her face and something witty comes out like real quick. And so that's, I don't think I've ever told you that, but I looked at you as being the sniper. I also told them that she was my favorite student out of all of them, just to make them jealous. They're actually all my favorites. So But it's been a joy having you in class. Took some time to try to figure out kind of what you wanted to do and what path you wanted to go. She's extremely honest, so it's like every time I asked her something, like, what careers are you thinking about? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And I said, that's normal. It's okay. But we got some dispatch applications filled out, and she was also the youngest in my class, so she turns 18 not until September. I'm going to check back in with her in September to make sure she sends those applications off, because I actually think you'd be really good as a dispatcher, as a 911 dispatcher. So it's been a pleasure having you in class, Kira. So congratulations. Oh, and her SWAT name was Kiba. Trenton Ruggles. So you'll notice that Trenton's wearing a different uniform. We're very proud of this young man here. He came in, he was actually a 13-year student, so he'd already graduated, had already put an application in, and I was just about to start jumping on him about getting applications in for jobs when he got an interview over at Rogers County, and guess what? He got a job. So he's been working over there since February. He's been gracious enough to come by on Mondays to check in with me and to tell us some jail stories and keep us up to date on how things are going. So congratulations. Can you guess what his nickname is? His is actually my favorite nickname, basically because I picked it. It's Snuggles. Trenton Ruggles. So yeah, he's my Snuggie. And I didn't call over to the jail and tell him that. So congratulations. Pleasure having you in class. A long walk around. All right, last one, Chelsea Woods. So Chelsea's superpower is she can basically argue about anything. I try to convince her to go into law because I think you probably make a pretty good lawyer now that I actually stand up here and think about it. But she's actually done something that actually made me very proud. Being a former Marine, she enlisted in the Marine Corps. Should be shipping off to boot camp here in the summer. I tried to tell her about it. She's not listening. She just wants to argue that it'll be all right. It's going to be like summer camp, and I'm gonna send you a care package. Anybody else in here been to Marine Corps boot camp? You know what they do with care packages? Oh, they give them to you and they let you eat everything that's in them, and yeah, they end up all over the place. So I may let you experience that. So. I really appreciated your participation in class, some of your insightful questions that you asked, and especially arguing with me because I actually like to argue too. So congratulations. Good luck to you. Oh, her nickname was Bubbles. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So, well, that's my class. So one thing I would like to say to my class is that know that you will always hold a special place in my heart, being my first class. I've taught cops a long time, and I was actually a little apprehensive about teaching young adults, and I was completely wrong. They've been nothing but fun. I can't believe I get paid to drive up here to do this sometimes, especially when I can take you to get donuts and call that a donut eating class. This is how cops eat donuts. This is how, well, the afternoon class, we went to Brahms. This is how cops get ice cream. So it's in my curriculum. You can ask my boss. So thank you for accepting me and being gracious, especially when I didn't know what the heck was going on and couldn't answer your questions. I appreciate it, and I hope the best for you. So make sure that you know I'm always a resource for you, as is Mr. Chambliss, and you can reach out to us at any time. All right?
All righty, it's award time.
Yeah.
So some of y'all have been waiting to figure out what's happened with some of these things. So We have a few awards that we give out every year. We have a Top Shot Award where we have a contest in the firearm simulator room where basically they go through and see how fast they could knock down pepper poppers, basically, steel targets, and they have to go through that 3 times, and then we give an average. And it's very competitive. It was very close this year, but as I suspected, Ethan Sospansky is our top shot. You want to do pictures of these two? Yeah. Come on over here. There you go. So this is the first year that we've had an internal physical fitness contest. So basically what we did, we had male and female categories. The morning class and the afternoon class were all blended together for this to see how many push-ups a student could do in a minute, how many setups they could do in a minute, and then their total pull-ups that they could do on a pull-up bar. And we added all those together to determine who our male and female fitness champions were. So our male fitness champion is Kemper Bentley. He kept coming up to me asking me how he did afterwards, and I'm like, those scores were terrible. You're not even close. So
Thanks, Chambliss. How about that run, though?
Right? Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right. And our female champion is Macy Gorzinski. Congratulations. Come over here for a picture.
Congratulations.
Good job. We have a Academic Excellence Award in the first year of the class. There is some academic rigor to the program, testing, reading, memorization, those types of things. And for the first time, I actually had 2 students tie for this. So the first goes to Alicia Henning. Congratulations. And tied for that is Lucas Livingston. Congratulations. Absolutely.
Congratulations. Good job.
I had forgot when Lily was in front of all of you. When you get bored tonight and you want to read something that's not real long, but when you read it, you're going to realize how difficult it was to memorize it. The Law Enforcement Code of Ethics, I give that out every year as an extra credit opportunities and have in over 12 years of teaching. And rarely will I have anybody that will memorize that and write it. And Lily not only memorized it, but she didn't write it. She stood in front of the classroom and recited it. Look that up tonight and see what a challenge that was. And I apologize that I didn't mention it to them because it was very worthy. First time in my teaching career that somebody's done that. So very good job, young lady. What am I forgetting? There's always something, right?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, so just another quick thank you for everybody that was here to support these wonderful young men and women. I want to echo what Mr. Petruccelli said. This is a really, really fun job. There's a lot of hope for the future as long as we've got young people out there like this that have the kind of character and capability that they have. So there's some hope for those of you that wonder sometimes, okay? With that being said, we're going to dismiss everybody, sir. Did we miss something?
Oh, yeah. So at the end, we've got time. You want everybody up here?
All right.
So all the students come up. You can come up here, and then family come up and take pictures too. Is that the idea, or you just want some? Okay. So after you're dismissed, you're not dismissed. Come over here. We're gonna take group pictures. Okay. Yeah, and then individual pictures. There's a little NT sign over there. You can go over there with your family members and get pictures taken if you like. But after you're dismissed, back here. That clear? All right.
graduation celebration here with Nurse Nancy this afternoon. I'm Mark Bird, and I'm the Thank you guys for coming. Sixth graduation for us today, so I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come celebrate your students. And as you can tell, Nurse Nancy's here to celebrate your students as well. But thank you, parents, grandparents, guardians, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whoever you are, to help support today. I appreciate you coming and taking that opportunity. This little runway in the middle here, if you want to come up and take pictures of your student as they're crossing the stage, please do. We have Crystal here from our marketing department. She's taking pictures as well. And we also have our young lady from the East program as well doing pictures. But please feel free to take those pictures on your phones and those types of things. Again, we appreciate you coming, and thank you so much. I'm going to introduce a couple people, and I'm going to get out of your way. To my right is Charles Murphy. He is our student advisor. And then to his right is Dr. Angela Durant Tyson, and she's the executive director of operations for Northeast Technology, or Northeast Tech. I said that wrong. You guys, don't hold that against me, okay? It's been a long day. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Murphy and get things kicked off. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bird and I, we're the pregame. If you're a sports fan, we are the pregame for the big show. So at this time, I'm the student advisor here, as Mr. Bird said. I've had the pleasure of recruiting your students to come here for a year, and they've done a remarkable job. I remember interviewing them a little over a year ago and seeing the growth that they had this year in health careers, and the fact that a lot of them are now employed just warms my heart. So thank you guys for sharing your students with us, taking time out for us today. As part of my job, I have the opportunity to work with different groups. And so the first group I want to bring attention to, if you look in your programs, are our NTHS members. We have National Technical Honor Society. These students have to maintain a certain GPA, and they have to be chosen by their instructor, and they have to belong to HOSA. HOSA is one of our student organizations here on campus. So in your program, the students that are in NTHS, whether it's a first year or second year, they're noted with an asterisk. But if you are an NTHS member, if you'll just please stand so that we could recognize you and your accomplishments. So all our NTHS members, if you guys will stand. Good job. Great job. All right. And then the second thing I get to do is I get to recruit students, as I said earlier. And part of that, my job is to choose ambassadors for our campus. And these ambassadors are featured on posters. They're featured on our website. They're all over social media. And then sometimes I pull them into classes to help me do presentations, and they're helping me recruit the next batch of students to take their place. So the following students, and Nurse Nancy has a lot. These students were featured on posters at their schools, and if you see your student come up here and you don't know what I'm talking about, they were all given a poster like back in December. So you need to ask them about that poster, and if you haven't seen it, we hang them up. We've got the last 2 years hanging on these walls here, and then this year's group is on the way out, so you want to check it out. So there's a lot of them, so bear with me. Bailey Cottom, come on up. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Camden Downs representing Adair. Parker Eagle representing Sequoia. Addie Thomas representing Sequoia. Are you okay? Good save. Zeke Rodriguez is not here today. I just want to recognize him. He's actually starting spring football. Great student representing Inola. And then the last three are from Claremore High School. We'll have them all come up together because they all like to be a little group together. Briley Green, Kiera Coco Petty, and Casey Langley. All right. All right, and as they say in show business, time for the main event. Nurse Nancy. That's you.
Yeah, you're the main event.
Good afternoon. I love doing this because this is to showcase your kids. This is not about me today. I talk about me every day, more so than you ever think. But now's the time today to get to talk about your kids that you came to see. So let me tell you what we're going to do up here. They have some artwork that they'll sign that I put on my wall from now until I retire. It'll stay. They're going to sign their own little, their own little creation critters that they made. They're going to sign their little autographs to it, and it'll be forever posted on the wall. So don't forget to sign it. Mr. Murphy will get you if you do not. They'll come and get their little certificates, and then they'll stop by and take a selfie with me, because we all know what Nancy loves, social media. Can't help it. It's what it is. Well, welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. Look how many people are here. We have the most. I'm just saying. I do. I have a student organization. It's called HOSA, Future Health Professionals. And this year I took 11 to state conference, which means we have to leave for 3 days and stay in Norman, Oklahoma, and have the best time of our lives. And I want to showcase some of the pictures of my kids that went. The boys were doing facials. But we all get together and we have a really good time. When you guys come across the stage, you'll be given your HOSA cord today. So if I forget, you better tap me on the shoulder and say, Nance, where's my cord? Now, some of you out there are wondering, what's this sign about right here? It says, are you texting me? When kids have their phones out, guess what I say? Are you texting me? Because I'm not texting you. That's kind of our clue to put your phone up. So anyway, let's get started with the morning kiddos, which they're all sitting here. We'll adjust as we go if we need to. When I call your name, you'll come up to the stage. Are y'all ready? Yes? Braden Bunyard. His quote, we hear it all the time. Yes, I walked to school. Braden also does cross country, and we're all jealous because, you know, he can walk to school. It's hard enough. Okay, I can't do the hat. We'll wait for the hot flash to take off the coat. Braden can do anything in his life, and I can't wait to see where he ends up. Okay, selfie. Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you?
At least I'm not gonna puke.
Hey, oh, so he competed in CPR first aid at HOSA. And he got a little nervous before it happened. Braden Bunyard, everybody. Oh, Gordon. He almost forgot. Next up, Briley Green. Briley Green, come on down. Her quote of the day every day is, I need my Dutch bros. Something about that coffee is so addicting to these teenagers. They crack me up. Briley is very active. She cheers for Claremore High School. She was in the Lip Dub activity today, and she also works at Emerald Care as a senior CNA. That's what we strive for. It pleased my heart so much when she took a job at the nursing home. She loves it, and I'm very proud of her.
Are we taking a selfie?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
All right, now we'll take a selfie. Did I do it?
You
I
flipped
didn't.
the camera.
Dang it. I don't care. Briley Green, everybody. Connor Raslin, come on down. Connor, his quote every day was, Nurse Nancy, why do you pick on me? Connor is the messiest kid I've ever met in my life. He spilled paint on my carpet. That's okay, he signed it like a work of art. Connor does a great job for me, especially when he's at work at Westlake Ace Hardware. He comes in and goes, what are you doing here now? Did you buy your paint yet? He goes, why are you procrastinating? Get your projects done, Nancy. But Connor is another one of those where I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see where he ends up in life because it's going to be good. He thinks he's going to be a CRNA, which is a certified registered nurse anesthetist, where they put people to sleep. Yanorama. But that's what he's thinking anyway. Did you see that? I know everybody's going, God, Nancy. Didn't do it. Portrait? Well, look at us. Connor. Chords. See, we're going through this really well. This is how it's like in my class every day. Aren't y'all happy? Zeke could not come here today, so I wanted to showcase him anyway. He broke his arm during football last year, so today for his first practice was a big deal. I even offered to call his coach and say, he's not coming. And Zeke said, I really, really want to go. Nancy, it's okay. We miss you, Zeke. Anyway, so there's Zach Rodriguez, and he enjoyed tech. Yay. Kanoa Laficio. I need a ride to school with his quote. And that's okay. I had him in school. He's a great kid. I can't wait to see where he ends up too. He has a CNA. I'm waiting for him to go get that job where he can be making some money too. He really liked having his pictures taken with the mask on his face too. I know he did. Hang on. Oh, sorry, Crystal. Now us. You do it right because everybody's getting on to me. Did you make a face? Kanoa, everybody. Oh, Kanoa, spell your name. I'll fix that. You're good. You're good. Casey Langley, come on down. Casey Langley. Can I just tell you, she's been out with knee surgery. Her quote every day is, my knee won't straighten. Can I tell you, she got on the field last night at Claremore Ladies Zebra Soccer. I saw her out there. They didn't win, and it's okay. But Casey was on the field. I'm so proud of her. Casey works at Emerald Care as a CNA, and she loves working in, don't you go to Gold Hall?
Mhm.
She loves, that's the memory care unit. Look at the camera. She loves it, and I love hearing her talk about it. There you go. Thank you so much. Casey Langley, everyone. Coco Petty, come on up. Kira Coco Petty. Let me tell you, if you ever need to look at a kid who's busy, you can look to Kira. She not only did cheer this year, and then she tried out for golf, and then she went golfing. Well, next year she's doing dance at Claremore High School. She got on a percussion team, and you're going to golf again. So if you guys think that kids can't do it all, and she works at Jay Farley's and at the pizza company, she's always busy. So I want everybody to think kids can do it. Kira Coco Petty, everybody. Oh, and her quote was, I'm going to be gone that day. Because she's busy. Kimberly Coleman, come on down. Kimberly. Her quote of the day is, guys, you won't believe this. And I tune it out right then. I just don't even listen anymore. Kimberly is fun. She's busy. She works at Emerald Care too as a CNA. I have half my kids working at Emerald Care. It's crazy. Kimberly does a great job at the nursing home, and I'm very proud of her because that's a hard job, and I'm very proud when you go and tell me about it. Oh, I was not smiling. Okay. Did you see all your pictures? I love taking their pictures. Kimberly Coleman, everybody. Lacey Johnson, come on down. Her quote every day. Yes, I am 6'1". Don't ask her, because she'll just tell you, I told you that already. Lacey's busy too. She's graduating from Sequoia High School this coming Sunday, and she also works at Emerald Care Nursing Home as a CNA. And she's been a total delight to have in my class. I knew her last year when she was in the other program here at class, at Tech, the early childhood. So I kind of knew who you were. And I feel really short. No, don't you ever squat down. You take advantage of that. Be tall. Claim it all. Lacey Johnson. Nancy Lee? Nancy's here. Yay. Okay. Whew. Nancy, her quote is, there are too many Nancys in here. It's really hard to have more than one Nancy because when they're yelling at me, she's like going, "God, I'm sorry." But that's okay. She's graduating from Sequoia this coming Friday, and then she's applying. I'm helping her get into her little nursing aid lifestyle too. Wow, it's weird not having a microphone. I don't know how to act. Thank you, Nancy Lee, everybody. Parker Eagle. His quote, we gave it to him, is, how long do you cook popcorn? Burnt popcorn is the worst. No one likes it. He's a junior at Sequoia. He had football practice today too, but he came here instead. I called him Peagle because his email is P-Eagle, and I went, Peagle. We all call him Peagle, so that's his name from now on. Parker. Look at the camera. Let me take a selfie. Good job. Parker Eagle. Go watch him play football next year. Oh, and he works as a CNA at Emerald Care too. Whew, I almost forgot about that. Rain Bullock. Come on up to the stage. Her quote every day is, guys, guys. And then I tune it out right then. I don't want to know anymore. She broke my pencil. That's because they all stole my Sharpie pen. So anyway, she also works at Emerald Care as a CNA, and she's graduating from her own high school, and so she's got a whole road of life to go, and I can't wait to see what you do with that. Selfie? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Rain Bullock, everybody. All right. Did I get to all my morning kids already? Wow. I bet y'all are wondering who won the contest. Last Friday, we had our career display contest. So I would like to have Braden, Briley, and Connor come to the stage right now. There's actually a cash prize. Nancy dips into her savings, you know, being a teacher and all. I dip into my savings and I give them a cash prize. Are you ready to see who won? Drum roll. Good job. Third place, Briley. Second place, Braden. First place, Connor.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys very much. Okay, we're now going to switch out morning kids, go sit with whomever. Afternoon kids, you're going to come to the front row. We might have spillovers, so it'll be front row wherever you go. Give you some pictures here to look at. Look at these darlings. Aren't they the cutest things? If you're wondering where the pictures came from, they're all on the Facebook page, Nurse Nancy's Health Career. So if you're not following, what happened? That's your mementos right there. They're all on the Facebook page. We have carryover right here. Peyton. Connor, sit down. See? Every day. Twice a day. Connor, stop talking. Connor, sit down. It's just a nightmare.
It's over.
It's over. Oh my gosh. I know so much about your kids, it's ridiculous. Okay. Afternoon kids, are you ready to rock? Let's get started. Let's hope Nancy's technology worked today. Addie Thomas, come on up here. Her quote is, no, for real though. Addie's a senior. She is graduating from Sequoia this Sunday. This Sunday, Addie. Woo. She's also a CNA at Emerald Care where she works every evening of the week. That's a lot for an 18-year-old to go and do. And cords for graduation for HOSA. She went to HOSA with me. They competed in a community awareness. And it was very good. Thank you for coming to my class.
That wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. Go sit down. Addie Thomas, everybody.
You get yourself.
Oh, selfie. That's too busy. I gotta get my finger out of the way. Microphones, they're awesome. Okay, Eddie Thomas, everybody. Yeah, for real. For real, though. Alyssa Berryman. Alyssa Berryman. Her quote is baddie. Again, I stopped listening. I don't want to know what that even means. Alyssa went to HOSA with me, too. She's a junior at Ulaga, so she'll be a senior next year. She works at Emerald Care, too. I'm telling you, they've got something going on over there. They got great care for their residents with my kids working there. And she also works at Atwood's, too. She just stays busy. I'm telling you, kids can do it. Selfie. Wow, I need to work on my smile. Here's your cords for going to HOSA with me. Thank you. Alyssa Berryman, everybody. Batty. Ava. Her quote is, I'm about to go ballistic. Again, I just quit listening. I don't want to know what any of that means. I just want you to look at her green face. How cute is that green face? Ava's graduating from Claremore Christian School Friday? Friday? This week, yeah. She's been busy. She's been in West Palm Beach last week. so. Selfie. I love Ava, and I'm so happy she came to my program. Thank you, Ava. Everybody, ever cook? Bailey Cottom to the stage, please, Bailey Cottom. Okay. Bailey doesn't have a quote. She does this to me every day. And I don't know what this means. And again, I think it's a gang symbol, but I don't ask. I don't ask. I want you all to look what she does to my mannequins in the lab. She rips off their arms. What can I say? She works at Emerald Care too. She's graduating from Sequoia on Sunday. She's busy. We've got an application in to a couple of different hospitals, and we're trying to see where we can go from there. So we did a big girl interview yesterday, didn't we? We were so proud. Phone interviews are hard, don't you think? You had to be really careful on what you said and didn't sound like you're in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard. Selfie. There was my side eye. Bombastic bug. Bailey Cottom, everybody. Chelsea Skidmore to the stage. Chelsea Skidmore. She's been a junior at Chelsea High School. I always ask her every day, Chelsea, how was Chelsea? And you know what she says every day? I don't know what that means. I'm taking it as a good sign. Her quote to me is always, guess what happened at the rodeo? There are so many bad things that happen at rodeos, according to Chelsea. She'll be a senior at Chelsea, I hope, fingers crossed. No, she'll be good. And I don't know where her path will take her, but it'll be somewhere fun, I guarantee it. I think someone else is taking her picture too. Someone else is taking her picture. Wow, you got quite the crowd here today. Thank you, Chelsea. Chelsea Skidmore, everybody. Countess Richardson. Countess. Her quote every day is, Peyton, can you take me home? And she's a senior at Claremore High School. She's graduating next week. She works at Emerald Care. And I'm telling you, Emerald Care has a lot of employees. My kids are there. But Countess comes in with zero drama. She brings in no drama. She doesn't talk about it. She's so even-keeled. I'm so happy for that. Makes me happy when you don't talk shade about your job. Selfie? Okay. We look good. Thank you, Countess Richardson, everybody. And it was really hard to find pictures of just Countess because her and Peyton are like stuck at the hip. So we'll Izzy Hill. This is actually Elizabeth Hill, everybody. Izzy, come on up. Her quote is so stupid. Her quote is, Nancy, is your hair crunchy? She makes fun of the product in my hair, and she has to come and fix it for me. We'll see about that. She loves the camera. I've known her since before she was born. I know, it's one of those Sequoia things. I think your mommy. Oh. Selfie. Oh, wait, my neck was in the way.
I'm falling.
I have to tell some stories about you. Is that okay? Okay. So I've known her mom and dad since they were junior high-ish. You've raised a very nice girl. I don't know how Erin got into this, but Mallory, you've raised a very nice girl. Her and Ava have taken over my desk. It's kind of frightening when I reach into my desk drawer to get my chapstick out and it's theirs and they've written their name on it. If I leave my desk chair, they jump in it and they've taken over. They answer my phone calls. They try to get on my laptop and do work for me, which is okay. That's okay. But it's kind of fun when at the very beginning of school, they don't know if they have friends. And then here towards the end, they've got the best buddies. And she and Ava, they've enrolled at how can I say that? They've enrolled at TCC? I can say that. They've already enrolled at TCC, and we were helping pick out schedules the other day. Yes, up there. Thank you. Thank you for letting me talk about them. Okay. And my hair is not crunchy today. My hair's not crunchy today. The hat messed it up. Jenna Jane, come on down. Jenna. That was just yesterday. Man, I'm fast on my pictures. Her quote of the day is, well, that just clipped my wings. And I quit listening after that because I don't know where we're going. Jenna is a sister. So I've got several kids. So I've had Nancy Lee in my morning class. She's a sister to a student I had 2 years ago. Jenna is a sister to a student I had 2 years ago. And we got a couple more to go after that too. Hello, Pumpkin. How you doing? You good? Oh, selfie cord. Oh, both? I should have put contacts in today. No. I can't put contacts in. Congratulations. You made it through a year with me. Woo! Jenna James, everybody. Camden Downs, my 8-air star. I have a lot to tell you about Camden. Her quote is, here are my dates that I'll be gone. So Camden does work with me. She is FFA at her high school. She is FCCLA at her high school. And next year, she's going to be twice as busy because she's in the medical assisting program at the prior campus. She's an FFA officer for her chapter and an FCCLA officer at her chapter. So again, when we talk about kids that don't do anything, no, my kids work. Aw, selfie time. Oh yeah, you get a cord too. There you go, sister. And she was in a Miss Mays County pageant. I didn't put those pictures on here, but they're on Facebook. I got a glare from my glasses. Hang on a second. Camden Downs, everybody. Chloe Mitchell. Okay, she's got two things. She said, Nancy, write down, maybe if he has a nice truck, as her quote. And I went, no, it's I'm so hyper today. Because that one's true. Chloe is busy too. She and her partner from FFA at Oologah qualified to compete at nationals for next year. I read it. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. Well, should we tell them what it's about?
Go ahead.
Bull sperm. It's the
No,
great
it's
thing.
goat sperm.
Goat sperm, same thing. Not the same. I read it and I thought I was reading a master's level graduate paperwork when I read it, and I went, did you chat GPT this? And no, it came out of her little brain. Her big brain.
We have to have a selfie. Oh.
Is anybody taking my picture? It's all over. How many people did you bring? Did Chad come? Chad! I've been wanting to meet you all year. She'll say Chad, and I go, Chad. I should have put that in a quote. Selfie. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Paula. Chloe Mitchell, everyone. What y'all think about that picture? Hang on. We take Halloween serious here at Tech. They get to decorate themselves. They get to come in costume for Halloween, and we do mock interviews in character in my classroom. And so that's what happened with those two characters. So I just had to show you this funny picture. Let's go to Louise Evans, shall we, everybody? Louise Evans. Her quote is, "Oh, seriously." She's a senior at Oologah. She's graduating next week. Oologah's graduating next week. Yep, I heard it already happened. Oh. Louise also works at Emerald Care. I'm telling you, these kids, they just work and work and work. Look at that fan club out there. Good job. Louise Evans, oh, her quote was, "Oh, seriously." And again, I just quit listening. Louise Evans, everybody. Lucy. Lucy's a sibling of a student I had last year. Is Jaya here? Oh, what the heck. So I wrote her own quote in for me because she said she didn't have one. So she and her little group, Camden, Jocelyn, Lucy, they play this card game. Whenever they have a moment, they're playing this card game, and they're serious about it. And so Lucy's quote is, "Play the cards right or you're out." That's true.
We kicked Connor out.
Yeah, they kicked Connor out. Well, he moved to the morning class, but that's okay. But I would have kicked him out too. There's yours, because she went to HOSA with me. Take a little selfie here. Oh, that was cute. Lucy Lee, everybody. Max Hammond. Max's quote is "diva." And that's exactly how Max says it when they come in the room. Max is busy with color guard at Claremore High School. That's one of the reasons why we're running late today. Tossing a rifle, color guard, catching it. Going to be a captain next year or co-captain?
Co-captain.
Co-captain with a friend.
A friend.
Woohoo! Also, works at Emerald Care. Hold that up for us, sweet pea.
I am.
Oh. Works at Emerald Care, does color guard. Going to be a senior. Life is great. Yeah. Did you see all your cute little pictures?
I see them. It's okay. You can put the cord on now.
I'm sorry. I get so caught up watching your pictures, though.
Thanks.
Always hamming it up for the camera. Max Hammond, everybody. Peyton Bailey. Her quote of the day is, "I'm about to cry," and I've never seen her cry, so I guess she's just an all threat. I don't know. Peyton's a junior at, right now she's a junior. She'll be a senior at Verdigris High School, where she's in band. No, you're in color guard. And band. Whoa, talent overflows right here. Peyton cracks me up. She sits near me, her and Countess. Every photo I'm looking at is like, oh, I have to put them both in there because they're just so together. Everything you do, you're sitting there. And you're hoping that Countess will ask you to take her home again one day.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Take a selfie.
Yes, we can take a selfie. Aren't your families glad they're not in my class? Maybe. Peyton Bailey, everybody. Sophie Willis. Sophie Willis. Her quote is, "Fix your face." I listened at that one because I'm like, why are we fixing our faces? But I think she got that from her mom. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. She goes, "My mom always said it." Not really. Okay, I'm sorry. I got carried away. Co-captain of the color guard at Claremore High School next year when she'll be a senior. Works at Emerald Care. No, you're working at the Brookdale. Holy cow, we have someone that went to another facility. I got someone else too, though. Got a job there. Sorry, we had a little inside joke there. And can you tell us what you got awarded to go to this summer?
I'm going to the Summer Leadership Conference for medical.
Yes, that was announced at the HOSA conference, and she jumped up and jumped in, signed up, and got awarded the scholarship to go. Yeah. Did we take a selfie already? We did? All right, you can go sit down. Sophie Willis, everybody. Jocelyn Ramos. Jocelyn will be a senior at Claremore High School next year. I will miss her terribly. She'll be in the medical assisting program over at the Pryor campus. She just got hired, we found out yesterday, at the Brookdale Assisted Living, so she's pretty pumped about that. I'm very pumped about that because I want them to go have money and make good life choices and get those jobs. Take a picture with me and a selfie with me.
Yeah.
And some cords.
Thank you.
Jocelyn Ramos, everybody. Oh, and her quote is no, no, no. Your quote is no, no, no. Her quote every day, no, Nancy, no, no. All right, y'all are dying to know. Display contest winners in the afternoon group. Like, can I have Alyssa, Chloe, and Sophie to the stage? You took off my cord. All right, drum roll, please. Oh, what good kids you are. Third place goes to Sophie, second place Alyssa, and first place goes to Kalahui. The display contest was a lot of fun. Some of the parents got to come up and see it, and I was so very, very proud that parents came up to see. Go have a seat, please. I want to tell you what an honor it's been to take care of your kids for a year. I am getting up there in my age, which we talk about this all the time. They're like going, Nancy, you're not that old. Retirement is calling me down the road in just a few more years, but I'm so proud I got to take care of your kids and teach them some things and bond, and thank you very much for trusting me with them. Another person I would like to acknowledge, Angie Harris, are you in the back? Angie, stand up and wave. Angie's the brave soul that helped me take 11 kids to Norman for 3 days. Yes, thank you, Angie. Thank you, Angie. So, at the beginning of the school year, the kids make these little characters, which we're on our little poster up here, and I move them around on the bulletin board all the time into different situations, different holidays. They got to wear different outfits, which I think is fun. But I made you all guys a little video. Hopefully it works. I want everybody to know it's only 2:56. I got in under 45 minutes. I just want to say, and you kids, you want to take home your little critters up, your characters up there on the board. You may take those home. Otherwise, you know where they're going to go. Connor's the only one that had a duplicate, so we've been playing Where's Connor around the room with stick him in different places. Because your mom said I could. That's why. I can't dismiss you yet. We have one more award. We have one more award. Okay. Okay, did y'all see the shirt, though? Let's hear it for the shirt. Hang on, I have to change out the microphone business here.
Thank you.
Treat it nicely.
I will. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, it's been a long day today, Nurse Nancy. It's always good that you close us out. So, it's amazing. So, Mr. Bird and I have one more award to present today, and it happens to be a health career student. We have 7 programs on our campus that we can choose from, but we pick a male and female student of the year. And so it just happens that the female student of the year is going to come from health careers. So I met this student as one of my last interviews, probably last February. And when I met this student, I just knew there was something special about them. And so we talked a little bit about Bob Marley, we talked about music, and I just knew that this student needed to be at Tech. So when it came time to select the AM class, love you guys, but man, there's so many students that want AM. And I was just like, I can't put her in the AM. Is she still going to want to come? And so I was scared to death when we offered her a PM spot that she wouldn't be able to come. But she said yes. And then I think it's been the best decision for her. So this student has gone beyond. If you ever have a chance to meet this student, she's remarkable. Nurse Nancy mentioned how much work she puts in. She worked at Brahms for 3 years. She has helped with everything. How many years? 1.5, but it seemed like 3. But Addie Thomas is our student of the year. I don't know. So yes, she will get a check for $150 from our educational foundation, which basically is us. Our staff members donate to the foundation. You guys got hit up about that today. All the money that you guys donated today goes back to our students. It helps students that are going through bad times. We've helped family members. It can go everything from changing out tires to providing meals. So that's just kind of our thank you. But that could have gone to any of Nancy's health career students. I just had a really unique suspicion that the student of the year, one of them was going to come from her class. So we really appreciate you all coming. Exactly. But that's going to conclude our day today. So graduates, congrats. Make sure you can take pictures. We'll be around. But thank you all so much for coming out today. We appreciate it.